like typical booktubers, we got stuck talking about a book. So I'm sorry for a couple seconds late again, but it's okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. Let's see. So far, everybody in live chat knows who everybody is.
I think so.
But we should probably go ahead and do intro just to also because I forgot to push the button last night saying, everybody make sure you're subscribing to all these wonderful people who are joining us. So I am Patricia Meredith, and I am the author of Historical Mystery. This is my husband, Andrew D. Meredith. He writes epic fantasy. And below us is
Nico and Layla.
Okay. And Nimue and Mr. Buttons. So I know Anita was going to be asking about Nimue any second now. So, but yeah, I was going to say I'm Fatty Bulger, but she ruined it. So no. No. Yeah, hello.
I worship Mr. Buttons.
There's the Where is Nimue comment.
So, and Nico reads fantasy and pretty much everything. Anything epic, right?
Yeah.
And then we got Tori.
Hi guys, it's Tori from the channel Tori Talks here on YouTube. I review fantasy and a smattering of other things, and I am also a fantasy author.
Yes, you are.
Yes, which we had that question. I just saw that in the comments. So Tori is a author as well. I don't think Anna.
You can see her book right over her shoulder as she reaches to pick it up
her
and
book.
making my comment
completely
unnecessary.
Yes, and I do have an epic fantasy coming out at the end of 2023.
Yes.
All fingers crossed.
Yes.
I'm starting to read it next week, I think.
Well, you are? Just kidding.
But Wizard and Nico, you guys haven't written anything?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yet.
I mean,
Not anything longer than 10 to 15 pages.
I wrote
many
like
years.
a 30-page adventure thriller in high school.
Awesome. Well, there you go. See, maybe that's what you need to try next.
Yeah.
All right, we got Wizard.
I am Andrew of the Wizardly Reads. I review books on BookTube, fantasy, sci-fi, and I'm starting to lean into historical fiction because I'm loving Patricia Meredith's books.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
I'm going to pile in on that. Today I read her manuscript for her new book that's coming out in May, and it is... I cried.
Well, not everybody has that privilege.
I know.
Andrew, where's your cat? Where's your wizard hat?
I'm too tired.
Quick note, Anita was correct. Alan, I believe, is officially sick, so he was not going to make it on this evening.
Because he ate all those chicken wings.
Probably.
Probably. Chicken wings took him out.
Of chicken wings last night.
That's
Living
Well, I hope he feels better.
Yeah.
Go back. Let's just say. Yep, we got to send a message.
All right, Andrew's doing something.
What'd I do?
Your parents.
No,
yes,
Meredith.
And they can't see us. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm backing up Anita. All right.
Yes. All right, so welcome everybody. Again, you can enter the giveaway for our books, and that's for Thrice, Andrew's first book in the Needle and Leaf series.
Slavic Fantasy.
So good.
Deathless Beast, first book in the Collation Saga, which is an epic fantasy multi-POV, paladins, blah, blah, blah. Then we've got Butcher, Baker, Candlestick, Taker, the first book in the Spokane Clock Tower Mysteries by Patricia.
I'm feeling so left out. I still need to read that.
Comments, one ring to rule them all,
Yes.
and just put a 1 if you want print and you're in the US, 2 for ebook, and 3 for audio, which ebook and audio can go anywhere in the world, or Mars,
Right.
whatever. We can make it work. Mars.
Nico, do you read historical mystery?
I mean, no, but I'm going to read yours.
Oh, okay.
Smart decision.
Yeah,
You're
no,
good.
I've heard great things about it, so I 100% am going to read it. I just have not yet. It's not my normal thing, but
I feel like
You can't have my copies.
I say you might actually really like it too. That's probably more your thing than mine.
Well,
I don't read a lot of this.
our
I
people
don't
will talk to your people.
Yes. Good luck. All right. I think that's it. I think it's time to go to Helm's Deep.
So
Yes.
part two is going to
Yes.
be opening with, if you're doing it by chapters on a full watch, it is Dwarven Women is the name of the scene.
I'm looking at Faramir standing over a dead body.
Who?
Faramir.
Okay, that was the end of the last.
Yes,
yes,
correct. So
Yep, we just ended with Faramir capturing Frodo.
So
this
is why
mountains and Rohirrim walking.
Right.
This is why I switched to the DVD instead of HBOing it, because I didn't want to have to figure out where to go. I'm just like, I'll pop the DVD.
This is my favorite part in the entire trilogy of movies. I love it so much.
All right, I'm now looking at Gimli. Looking fly as all get out.
Oh no! So yeah, so my books are historical mystery. Some people call them thrillers. I guess
I call them period mysteries.
Yeah, period mysteries.
Character-driven ensemble cast.
Yeah. I wouldn't say horror, but there's definitely, it's a murder mystery. So
yes.
So far, they've all been murder mysteries. So we'll see.
Somebody's always dying.
That's right. Yeah, somebody's got to figure it out.
All right, ready?
All right. So
countdown.
So queue up the extended version.
Part two of Two Towers. Yeah, we're not on The Hobbit. This is Two Towers.
Yes.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I almost forgot to push play because I was focusing on going the opposite direction as Wizard there.
That's what I was doing. There are no dwarf women.
Meanwhile, Rings of Power.
Oh, I think his beard does have different braids in it now.
You got to do something while you're wandering.
Best smile in fantasy, right there.
Miranda Otto?
No, Aragorn.
Oh.
Job, Miklo. He just everyone.
I was trying to figure out subtitles.
Anitha, you don't need another buddy read.
Yeah, say no to the buddy reads. Well, if she's already reading it, though.
Exactly.
I will say that is one of the things I did really like about Rings of Power was they have a dwarf couple in the story, and they were excellent, I thought.
Aren't the dwarf women, don't they have beards as well?
She did not. She was a very cool character. I really liked her a lot.
I don't know, that's even general dwarven knowledge that I have.
A diggy hole.
Windrose. There's actually a lot of good Lord of the Rings songs, but there's one
why are you watching me eat?
By Bloodbound, which is
I love this face he makes so much.
Slurp slurp.
Is it bad?
It's so bad.
Like, what is it?
Who knows?
Just dump it, dude, dump it.
It's great. Burns his hands.
Oh yeah, this is the extended, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have this in the original because you didn't know how old Aragorn was.
There we go, 87.
There you go. You called it.
Yeah, I did.
You look good for your.
She's like, oh shoot.
So you're experienced.
He's like, ah, crap.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna have to get this whole thing down, and I'm just gonna watch him do it. He's struggling to get the flavor out of his mouth.
What a good sport.
That's friendship.
Lord of the Rings.
I've got to smoke this out.
Cool.
As long as that stew's not in it.
What's that?
I said that's not tobacco in his pipe to make him forget the flavor.
Yeah.
Especially if he starts seeing visions.
Oh, Sarah wants to know if anybody has the Lord of the Rings cookbook. That's a good question. That sounds amazing.
Hopefully, this
that's what I was
recipe wasn't
saying.
in it. If anybody's gonna have it, Andrew's gonna have it.
I don't.
No, we
Don't.
Disney
No.
one. And we
My cookbook collection is almost exclusively Jamie Oliver.
Yeah.
I have like
Love
10 of his Jamie Oliver, 10 cookbooks by him.
I have a bunch of cookbooks. I tell myself I'm going to use them. And, like, I'll go through and I'll like footnote all the recipes I want, and then I just never actually use them.
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't know if she's on here tonight, but Jessie has the Avatar cookbook.
Is
Ooh.
it this one?
Oh.
So hard to see.
Looks like it has Lumbus in the bottom corner, though.
Oh, I found it, Andrew. This is the one I'm looking at right now.
It says it's got 60 recipes.
By the way, Andrew, and we'll have to point it out to Treebeard when he gets here. You're on your 33rd birthday.
Yeah.
It's your Hobbit birthday.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's when a Hobbit becomes of age.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're just
That's good.
becoming an adult, Andrew.
Kind of a big thing. I missed mine. I was 34, and I was like, "Wait, is that this year?" And I looked it up, and I missed it by a year. So I missed my Hobbit birthday.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to call the police on my wife.
You get to throw a big party and get presents to everybody.
Yep. Give your whole library away.
That's right.
No.
I will definitely be visiting for your 33rd birthday in this game.
I mean, you were already coming, and you always leave with a care package.
That's true.
No, do not send him any books. I swear. For every book you send him with is an item you have to buy me from IKEA.
Oh.
I mean, there's an IKEA right down the road.
I know there is. That'll be his incentive to not take so many books.
It's his fault. He's always giving me books.
And if he wants to take the books, he can take me to IKEA, and it will be a good time. Because we've discovered I can fit a lot in my Nissan.
They do sell bookshelves at IKEA.
They do.
We do not need another bookshelf in this house.
Yes,
Much
you
as-
do.
Can always use
I
more.
think you could wall mount a shelf to the right behind that couch.
I was just thinking, there's room right there.
There is not.
Or do runner shelves
Yeah.
around the room.
Yeah.
I need a shelf for my books. My one shelf.
You have like 40% of it.
But you have like 5 other bookshelves.
4.5.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Who needs
We're in
those
a book now.
bookshelves?
Awesome.
One.
One always up on my key.
Yet another conversation between two men about a woman where they don't even ask her opinion.
Failing that Bechdel test.
Right? Ooh, that dress.
I mean, she does what she wants anyway.
She does. She's old enough. She can make decisions.
Exactly.
She's older than 33.
Maybe by a couple years.
Guess I don't know how old she is. But probably pretty old.
100? I could be off.
She's in the hundreds, I think.
4,000? It's like they forgot to do something with her hair. She's very dressed down. She's supposed to be in her robe.
Oh my gosh, I just looked it up on Google. It says that when he was 20 and met Arwen, she was 2,700 years old.
Okay.
She's a pedophile.
I mean, he was 20, so like he was an adult. She's just a cradle robber.
She's a womb robber. What are you talking about?
Like he wasn't a child, but
Elves don't go to term after 20 years. That would just be torture.
She's holding my hand.
I guess all of that scene and strife kind of recontextualizes Arwen's role. Is basically he's trying to love somebody who's mortal,
Mm-hmm.
but in the end he just can't. Heart wants what the heart wants.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a tough place to be in for Aragorn too, because he does care about her a lot. He just, not the way she wants him to.
Right.
But there were better things coming for her anyways, so.
Womp.
Whatever ends up happening to Arwen, she become queen?
We'll
Raffo.
find out.
Raffo?
Read and find out.
Read and find out.
Jordan started that, and then Sanderson
Yeah.
picked it up now.
Yeah.
Jordan would do that with anybody who asked questions about Wheel of Time, and he'd say Raffo. And then Sanderson.
I know most of what happened to everybody after Return.
Yeah, Sue, I think I have 9 bookshelves in my house.
Yeah.
Without counting my children's bookshelves.
Right.
See, we need more.
No, we do not, Nico.
I
The
have
one bookshelf
6.
that I had, it was like 3.
I have 7. I have 7
I
shelves.
only have 4.5 in one room, and then I use like 55 to 60% of the one in the other room for my fancy books.
Yes, because I would like the space for my.
Wow, I need another shelf.
Get one of those ones that slides underneath the bed. Pull it out.
Then I can't see them.
It's just for your TBR.
Yeah, that one's just for your TBR.
He has a little shelf.
I have a
of its
half
own
shelf for my TBR right now. But what I need
Your TBR
is a secret bookshelf door that goes into a miniature library that she doesn't know exists, but I
The
can sneak
Wheel
away
of Time
into.
bookshelf that's in the background of all of his videos that I had made for him is like massive. So that has got to be like 2 shelves if you split it up. So we're gonna count that as 2.
It's not though.
Something
It's
massive.
one large shelf.
Massive.
You know, IKEA sells shelf extenders, right?
Andrew.
Huh?
Bits.
Well,
Other
you wanted to go to IKEA. Also, like I meant to mention something about Legolas, like breaking his wrist to
Right.
swing up into a horse, because that wasn't possible.
No.
Aw, puppy.
That was half CGI.
Yeah.
The swing up. But he did break some ribs on that swing, so.
Yeah.
We just counted. We have 13 bookshelves, but
He's like,
them
this thing is
have board games on.
heavy.
Yeah.
You have 13 bookshelves?
But half of them are half size
Yeah.
and chock full of board games.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Instead of books.
On building the stairs.
Shelves.
Halves are halves, then it's actually
No, just like,
He's like, he sniffs him, Gimli. Gimli being an absolute legend.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like that he sniffs it.
His eyes just got
Like
really
you,
wide.
what did you expect, Gimli?
Right.
Oh!
But we don't have
And Aragorn's just saving everyone.
Yeah. Aragorn.
I think we're still
Oh,
like a few seconds.
Yay.
It's a great spear throw. I think we're still a couple of seconds behind because I accidentally went to top menu instead of opening the menu for subtitles.
we did too. And then we just
Yeah.
did a skip ahead and hoped we got it. And I think we're on.
I was gonna say I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close now. Every time you guys said something, I'm like,
Yeah.
Aragorn is going over the cliff for me right now.
Sharky / Nori.
Yeah.
You're just
going over
like
the cliff right now.
He just went over.
Oh, so he's ahead. Okay.
Okay. We'll catch up.
yeah, he just went over for me.
Okay.
Okay, so I will pause for 2 seconds.
Now,
Gimli.
now we got Gimli. Somehow got out from under all that.
Stay it in.
Aragorn!
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's where we're at.
Aragorn! Aragorn!
So how many different orcs and characters does Nori play?
That's where they were.
He's the
He's
orc in this
throughout.
one, and
He's
then
throughout
in-
because he worked with Peter Jackson all the way back to before Lord of the Rings as a
Oh.
stuntman.
Yeah, this guy, right?
Yeah, and then he basically rewarded him by letting him play, by having him play Nori in The Hobbit. Stardorf.
Stardorf.
Yeah, he has 5 points on his
Oh,
beard.
that's right.
Was he one of the hobbits? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he played Nori.
No,
It's
one of the
the one-
dwarves.
Yeah.
The one with the
Okay,
redhead
of
with the
course.
star-shaped beard, and he's in every one of these movies as extras. He's always working Peter Jackson,
Sorry,
That's
yes.
so cool.
In The Hobbit as one of the dwarves.
one of the dwarves.
Yes, not a hobbit.
not as a hobbit.
Theoden is very clean.
Hmm.
The king.
Clean fantasy.
Well, that's how you know someone's a king if they haven't got shit all over.
Despite fighting wargs, he's fine.
He was, on his- he was above it all.
I love that you guys give me the perfect transition for another Holy Grail reference.
Yes.
Always valid.
Always.
He does have a great costume. His
Like-
armor and his unarmored is just.
I like his armor
Theoden.
later that he puts on.
Oh yeah, it's
With,
the best
Helm's
armor
Deep.
in the whole
Incredible.
series, probably.
Legolas has really perfected this very intense staring thing.
Half his lines.
Hmm. Well, he didn't have any lines, so he's got to do
But I
something.
mean, he just
It is kind of amazing that Helm's Deep is still standing in the middle of a quarry wash.
Mhm.
Like that floods,
Mhm.
and it has sand everywhere, and then the fact that it hasn't completely been eroded is impressive.
Yeah.
It's because the walls are so thick.
Are we all
Who's
looking at
statue
the
supposed to
statue
be
right
of?
now?
Yeah, Helm.
yes.
Yep, now I am.
Did I go slightly too far?
Helm hammer.
I might be like a split second ahead now. From fast forward. Close enough. Close enough.
Oh, the orcs just broke the deeping wall.
I'll kill you.
I was about to say that's a huge jump.
Potatoes. Potatoes.
Moilo mashing.
Make way for the king. You found my lady.
It's funny that Eowyn is grimier than King Theoden.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you notice there that the stairs there are Great Wall stairs?
How
As
you-
they
do you
came in, the horses came in, and they were 3-inch rises,
how
Oh,
you were
cool.
saying The
like the
Great Wall was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would fit with ancient construction.
Yep.
Because I mean, our stairs are very modern.
For
Kind of.
human walking and not horse moving and carts. Yeah.
Why are you looking at him? What's he gonna do?
Oh, he does have some dirt on his face.
It's because he knew and didn't tell her, I think.
Yeah.
He's got some of the most defined, like
Collarbones. Yeah.
collarbones.
Yeah.
Not a lot of food to go around, you know. People are a little thin.
I don't. That's not quite what I was implying or
I-
mentioning. I think they
Just
just put makeup there. What is this? Is this foreshadowing?
No.
Dun dun dun. Sorry, I'm looking at a picture of a grate.
Yes.
Same.
Great. Here's Worm
Oh,
Tom.
cool, you've got this upcoming battlefield. Let me invent gunpowder real quick.
Yeah.
You son of a get out!
Just the whole, how can fire defeat someone? Just makes me think of magnets.
I love that Grima's just there with his candle, like, what's this?
That's how you
How funny
roll
would it
Bill without
be
info
If
dumping.
he just like set it off and like blew off the top of the
Yeah.
tower, and
How
Nobody
it
ever
should have
comes to
ended.
attack.
then you've got these 10,000 Urukai just outside, just like, what happened?
That would be a great how it should have ended video.
Yeah. Boom.
There wasn't enough there to do that, but still it'd be.
It's a fantasy
funny.
world, Andrew. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true. I struggle with that a lot in fantasy. Like if it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
I struggle.
It depends on what it is, but sometimes I do too.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better at letting that go.
Yeah. It's one of my things that I want betas to mark is didn't believe. Have you heard that? The ABCDs? So you ask for what's amazing, what was boring, what was confusing, and what they didn't believe. That's what I always type up in my email to betas.
There will be no dawn for men, despite the fact that there's still Gondor. Anyway.
And has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to get all the men.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is they're on their way to kill like 300 people with that army. They're not going to try and take out like a whole kingdom. Most of the soldiers aren't even there.
That's because they're still running on Unreal Engine 2000 and they want to get overkill status.
I mean, it's a valid strategy. Like back when I'd play like Command and Conquer games, that's always what I do. Make my army way too big on the first level.
No one wants a Pyrrhic victory. I feel like it's more than 10,000 myself.
Sure looks like a lot.
He said tens of thousands, I think. So
Okay.
I think he definitely could be more.
I'm gonna tell you what. That's either the Dead Sea or he is the best unconscious floater ever.
Yeah.
He's just relaxing.
It's elvish leather. It's elvish leather.
Yeah. There you go.
High salt content.
Oh man.
Sarah, I played The Third Age quite a bit when I was younger. That was a good game.
I like that one a lot. I played Shadow of Mordor. That for a new one.
I do want to play that one. Yeah.
I
It's
thought
it's
Shadow of
pretty fun.
Mordor. Well, no, I played the first one in that series, and it was okay.
It gets a little repetitive, but I liked it. The second one was similar, but also like just completely throws canon out the window and makes stuff up as
the
it goes
canon's
along.
completely wrong. It takes place like 20 years prior, and like Sauron's trying to make an early return. And like you've got like one of the elven ring bearers who's like a wraith who starts possessing a Gondorian gate guard or something like that, if I remember correctly.
It's Celebrimbor, the guy who forged the rings, and I think another Dunedain is who he's like splitting with.
So, Tori, how dangerous is that to let a horse do that next to your head?
Very. Don't do it. I mean, unless you have a very close relationship with that horse and you know them.
Yeah.
Are you a horse girl?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I've been riding since I was like 4 and had horses for a long time. Every time I see that shot, all I can see is Aragorn's fingers and Brago's hoof, like next to it, and like.
They practiced for like a week though to get that shot, and Aragorn was insistent on that.
Yep.
Because he's a horse guy.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing. Like, if you trust the horse, then it's a lot easier. But I do think it's funny that he was dreaming about kissing Arwen and wakes up to Brago like slobbering on his face.
I feel like she just chooses to die, though, right?
She gives up her grace, doesn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. So when he dies, she wouldn't be waiting around forever. She would just go into the Undying Lands or whatever, right?
I think the problem is there's a limited window that the Undying Lands are now being made available to them. So this is kind of a you come with us, or no, that's not true.
I was gonna say because at the end more people are still going, but
Yeah,
there did seem
but
to
I
be
mean that's
some
only a couple
reason.
of years. And Bilbo and Frodo are some of the last. Well, no, because I think Merry and Pippin also end up going to the Undying Lands.
Do they?
Well, one
I
thought would
think
be
so.
that as Sauron, he mentions that as Sauron grows in power, Arwen weakens. So maybe he's concerned where if this doesn't like work out, that she's going to completely fade. Because Elrond is a bit of a cynic, let's be honest.
Well, he's a failure. He should have pushed that man into the fires of doom.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what excuse he has. He could have and
Right.
sacrificed.
It was his great grandnephew. No, what ends up happening with Merry and Pippin is they live to a very old age and are buried in Rath Dinnan in Gondor.
But Sam goes.
Yes, because he was a ring bearer for a very short time.
That's right.
Oh, we got T in the chat. T will hook us up with the lore.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
T, you finished the book 2 last.
I'm aware, T. I'm too lazy to sound them out.
Look.
Yeah.
Straight meaning.
This just shot right here just reminds me of the end of Fantasia.
Oh yeah.
The All Souls after Doom Mountain.
It is. I'm looking at what happens after the story. Legolas does not go to the Undying Lands.
Oh.
He stays with Gimli.
Oh.
So is he still around?
Who, Gimli?
No. Saying Legolas could still be around right now.
No.
Like
Possibly.
today.
Right.
Possible.
Years. He's pretty young here.
Yeah. He's a good shot. He's a survivalist.
Maybe he eventually goes on to.
It does not specify that he leaves after the death of Gimli. It just says
Maybe
that
he
they
goes
rode
on to
around.
captain ships in the future.
Maybe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Their bromance is so cute. Yeah, I honestly think Elrond was just trying to prevent, because he thinks that this might be a lost cause, and so I think he just didn't want Arwen to be around for that.
Yeah.
Even when your daughter is 2,700 years old.
Mugging everything.
Feeling as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. The Faramir sections are some of my least favorite.
Well, they're added. They're part of the book, so.
Not all of them are added.
Not all of them, but like the whole going to Osgiliath is.
But then we get the
This is
best
added. I guess
speech in
this
the
is part of it.
entire
Yes,
movie.
exactly.
I
It's
feel
not
like
that we don't like Faramir T. It's just they're slower. He's great.
I think in the third movie is where he really in the movie where he's really awesome.
I don't dislike Faramir. It's just his sections are kind of awkward in the movies, mainly because it's why doesn't Daddy like me?
Yeah.
And I don't know. At this point, like I'm just like I'm over it. Like, listen, your dad sucks. Get over it. What that man does to tomatoes on a daily basis.
I like how he's he's showing the map, which is obviously for the benefit of the viewer, because he's like pointing things out. Like, here's our border. Like, Faramir's never seen a map of his own country before. Like, yeah, Sauron is massing armies in, Mordor on our border here.
Mordor is over here.
Yes, right. Then he doesn't. I mean, it's like, come on.
It's so close though. That is unfortunately one of the worser shots of
Of the two of them,
like
yeah.
of the. It's clear they're on a green screen. Like their lighting is on.
Yeah.
They're brighter than everybody else in the cave.
Thanks, T.
Tori is more. There you go.
Yeah, like they probably should have done blue screened it, but
Well,
shot
I
What
mean,
do you mean my mountains are exactly the same?
Your map.
No, he's talking about
Yeah. Oh.
Meredith.
Yeah.
Pointing the right direction.
Oh.
Sorry, that. Yeah. That's,
Yes, my mountains are exactly the same.
it looks like that one. Yeah. So Andrew does live map drawing every Sunday night, and we've had Anita and T and Kate, I think, right, has also been doing it.
Yep.
And they've been drawing maps with us. Well,
T, we are at
the other end of the room. Commentary. Giving
T, we're at the point now where Faramir is talking to Sam and Frodo, and he's telling them about the Fellowship. Frodo's telling Faramir about the Fellowship. Loaded answer.
Perhaps.
I have an editor.
That's where we're at.
Faramir's Cave of Wonders. Sounds like
porn, literally.
Faramir had like a late night talk show on public access television.
Oh, so we're gonna be tasting your lemon spread today. Okay.
Either that, or it would be like a Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, T. We were here. We started the first part of Two Towers. That's what we did last night. He said last night we didn't do maps.
Yeah.
I stole him.
How fortuitous that he's who found the body.
Mm-hmm.
He went over the falls.
I know.
It's
You're
an
telling me
elvish
his arm
boat.
didn't
Wizard.
shift at all.
The boat is elvish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's the answer for everything, right?
It's elvish.
Wizard wood.
I feel like in the book, Gandalf actually says something about he guided it.
Who did?
Gandalf.
Gandalf is dead at that moment.
He's not dead.
At that point.
He's alive by that.
Maybe.
Right.
Now, did they have
I
did
like.
they have Sean Bean come back and film this, or was this
I
filmed?
don't recall. But it is a great scene. I do like
It's
this.
a good scene. This was a good addition.
Have you ever seen like alt fellowship possibilities? And it's like at this point, what happens if Faramir goes instead, and you replace everybody, and you have a different ring bearer, and you just like what would happen? What's the possibility? What would happen if you change the whole fellowship?
Who would be the ring bearer? Bilbo?
Instead of Gandalf, you send Radagast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
It would have been very entertaining, but a disaster.
This must have been filmed like right around the time of his death scene. I mean, it was all filmed concurrent, so they probably were just like, "Hey, before you leave, like, we got another paycheck for you."
Okay.
You don't die this time.
Yeah. You get to live.
Yeah, even Boromir. Oh.
Easily my most hated character in this entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a bane of evil.
Mm-hmm. He's also a gaslighter, which is one of my absolute least favorite villain tropes.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, because he's also good at it, as opposed to Wormtongue as a gaslighter, but it's so blatant.
It's so blatant.
And he has to layer on magic to make it work from Saruman. Yeah. And you know it's elephants all the way down. Like, you know, Denethor's father was just as bad. And,
Oh yeah.
Like, would have Boromir made a different choice? His father wasn't pushing him.
Yeah. How does everybody know about the One Ring?
Rumor flies on raven wings.
Part of it too is Denethor has a Palantir. It doesn't ever say it in the movies, but he has a Palantir and it's in the books.
Right.
He has a what?
He's really mad.
Seeing Stone.
Seeing Stone.
Seeing Stone.
He has one.
Tori, do you want to define the term gaslighter?
Oh, sure. Somebody who basically makes you, like, I can say, hey, I'm wearing a red hat. And somebody can say, no, you're not, and make me believe it. Like, it's basically removing your sense of reality about the environment you're in or yourself as a person.
And it comes from a movie where they're from the 40s, where there's a husband trying to convince his wife that, she turns the light off and he turns it back on and says she never turned it off. And he tries to drive her mad so he can get her committed.
Yep. And that's usually how you see it in movies and books, is somebody driving somebody else mad.
Yeah.
Making them think that they're crazy or that they can.
You see it in like corporate America where a boss tried to say it's your fault that this went wrong. And it's like, I did the thing you asked me to do. Yeah, but it's your fault. So it becomes a guilt-ridden situation.
And that's what
honestly, I think Faramir wouldn't have been corrupted by the ring. Not as quickly as Boromir was.
Yeah, yeah.
Once Boromir,
I think Boromir was a bad person, but he was tainted by his father.
Yes.
Yeah. When it's it played on, he wanted to protect his people and he wanted strength, and it's that's why I like it. He didn't want it for himself or for greed. It was, he sees, he's grown his whole life right on the borders of Mordor and had very little hope, and he sees it as a way, and that's what the ring tries to convince him, that like, take me, and that's what you can do. And so not just like oh, I want it, my precious, like Gollum. It's he wants it for very different reasons.
And Faramir knew Gandalf when he calls him Wizard's Apprentice, so he was friendly with Gandalf. So if he had gone and been on the Fellowship, he would have. Well, he probably wouldn't have made it through Mordor. He would have died there too, because he would have probably rushed the bridge and tried to get Gandalf out and fallen with him. But Providence had it that it needed Faramir to ensure that that this happens. Yeah.
Time for the fish song.
This is one of the greatest scenes. This is my favorite Faramir scene.
Why is the pool forbidden though?
I don't think
it's not. He's just talking at his ass.
Nico, it's because it's Elvish.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. No more questions. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, my son, so juicy, sweet.
Bam, bam. Come here, you.
Anitha, I am munching trail mix. Cranberries, mangoes, almonds, walnuts, and pepitas.
Nice.
I'm trying not to munch in you guys' ear.
Feel free. My daughter does it pretty much every single meal she has.
Just wait till the scene with Denethor, and then you'll just be drowned out by the.
I'm trying to eat my food before we get to Denethor, because then I'm going to lose my appetite.
It's Anita, I like the way you think. I was just about to run off and get a drink. I forgot to bring one down this time.
What'd you forget to bring down?
Oh, my wife has it covered. We did tea the last few nights, and we forgot to make tea, and then it was too close.
I forgot to make tea.
What a puppy.
I did remind you 7 minutes ahead of time that you could still make tea.
I was already
For the
on
both
the
of
cap.
them.
And now it's vodka.
Straight water.
There's my boyfriend.
Wow.
Watch
What?
it, Andrew. I'm pretty jealous.
I've missed everything up to this point because I've just connected my headphones.
That's okay.
Boromir died.
Yeah.
I said, there's my boyfriend. It's
Boromir died?
in the frame.
Yeah, Andrew's trying to say that you're his boyfriend, and I'm
Oh,
protecting you.
And I'm saying that with Nico and Andrew on screen.
Pretty rude. Pretty rude. Lily disapproves.
Is Pippin still in the garage?
no, he's right there.
Oh,
Unless a different cat named
can I have him?
Place.
Loincloth still holding up the world.
He was sleeping, just so you know.
Oh.
So Boromir died.
There you
Yep.
He gets shot by Legolas, right?
Yes.
According to Alan, that's how it went down.
She wants a close up.
This has to happen so that Gollum doesn't
go. The Gollum can come back.
Need to go back to sleep.
Yeah, he wants to go.
It's cat gun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
It's a Catling gun.
He is so patient. He's
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Hi.
Oh. Is that Lily or Nimue?
This is Lily. Nimue went over there to lay on the floor for a while, and then Lily took the lap vacancy.
They look they're same mom and they have the same mom and dad. They're just three. Lily is just thinner with no tail, and Nimue is an absolute unit.
Oh, yes, you have a tail.
I've never seen a cat with no tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a tumor in her tail, and I took her to the vet and had them look at her like, oh, it's just a little sore. We're not worried about it. Let us know if it changes. And I let them know it changed. They're like, oh, still not worried about it. Let us know if it changes some more. I let them know about it, and they're like, yeah, we could probably remove it. It's probably nothing to worry about. And I'm like, okay. They remove it, and they're like, yeah, we're glad that you told us about it because it was actually cancerous. And I'm like, great. And they're like, yeah, you got to keep an eye on her for the next couple months and make sure you don't see any more growths on her backside. And I'm like, that's terrifying, but okay. So, yeah.
I don't want to see that, Mom. Also, in case you guys were wondering, someone else is just zonked.
Just like a little fox.
I know. And my little baby.
I love the parallel here of him having basically the same moment as Boromir.
And realizing it's completely evil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little disappointed that Elrond didn't give him a mithril claspless chain.
Oh, yeah.
Probably would have been helpful
Yeah.
a few times.
But then when you get there,
Well, I mean, she'll be able to take it off.
oh, I see.
But the fact that it can unclasp,
Mhm.
and it's like, yes, yeah, you have to put it in and then finish the mithril, which is hard to work, but like, take a day and clasp that thing.
Clasp what?
That Frodo's chain for the ring has a clasp. It can come undone. And Elrond should have put it on a mithril chain with no clasp and just sealed it up so that it could only be taken off by design. But then
that would make sense. They were in Rivendell for weeks.
Okay, right there though, he looks like in Princess Bride when he's got his horn shoulder there, in the black, right?
Yeah.
When Wesley, right?
And this is the origins of the original Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, there you go. Vigo's actually the original.
Well, he takes over the pirates later.
That's true. That's true.
And then he hands it off to Peter Jackson.
We're all going to yell at you if you say it.
Are you saying Aragorn is the new Dread Pirate Roberts?
Saying he's the original.
Yeah, the original one.
Somebody else just, replaces them each time,
Yeah.
No, but right there. See,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
upstairs.
That's a very pretty horse.
To kill him. Every parent who ever yelled at their teenager.
I'm kind of busy, man. You got to go talk to him right now. We're going to hug this out.
I know. There's that stare again.
One of the best lines. You look terrible.
Yep. Real friend.
See, you are Legolas.
Right?
I'm going to get married.
Brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She's like, oh no.
Boom. Best shot in the movie.
Yep. Right there.
Oh, there he goes. Right through those doors.
S
With
tier.
the swagger.
With the swagger.
A great host, you say.
I love the dramatic pause. Like, what else was he possibly going to say?
Right.
No, maybe for one purpose. Mass chicken dip.
We're here to farm for you.
They're building a wall so that and they're going to make the elves pay for it. Bad joke, sorry.
Is that Edoras? You look out as it goes out, and I can see the hill of Edoras, and it's not that far away. And it's got to be a lot farther than that.
I was going to say, in the books, they traveled quite a distance.
Yeah. Like that hill that's out back there.
Like it, yeah. It's just that totally looks like it,
looks
though.
like Edoras, though.
Yeah.
We're using telephoto lens.
Grumpy Gimli.
Andrew, tell me.
I mean, how many times has he defended the keep, though?
No.
Hey, I don't think you heard.
Oh, what?
She said something to
I
Andrew.
said something to Andrew.
He's ignoring
and
us.
he ignored me. Wizard.
What?
Third time, tell Maybe I said hello.
Why are you biting me?
I think ambience has him not be able to hear much.
Are you guys talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You just want to say hi to your wife.
My internet just dropped off. Oh,
Looks like it.
Yeah.
she's in the kitchen.
Yep, we want to say
Yeah.
hi.
I said like 3 times, tell her I said hello. What?
Oh, let her say hi. She waved.
Where is Gondor when the Westfall fell?
So he's mad that Gondor can't help them, but they're coming by nightfall, and he hasn't sent a message yet. It's like, no email.
Yeah, so rude. Gondor should have just known.
That's right.
I sent that email this morning, and they still haven't responded.
Unprofessional.
Well, I think they're more mad because of the past months.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And now Kerbang. Great.
And he's like, yeah, now they're not going to help us now. They haven't helped us before
Yeah, Denethorn has been holding up
with his
in
tomatoes.
Minas Tirith.
I mean, they've kind of been holding Mordor at bay
Excuses.
for a while.
We all have our heart. I love this.
The way that they did his voice is just so good.
Mhm.
It's your people, Ben.
You like that?
I mean, Treebeard, beard goals,
Yeah.
leaves and sticks and everything else.
Yep. You just need a horn to start growing out of the side of your head.
Mm-hmm.
A tree out of your shoulder.
How
All right,
do
if you
know
wanted to go
when
like overboard and cosplay Treebeard, that'd be
That'd be awesome.
something.
Stilts? Yes.
Ooh.
You could totally do it.
I'm missing like 4 feet though.
Yeah, you wear stilts and
Wear
then you
stilts.
cover
All right,
them
yeah,
with the tree
yeah.
trunk bases.
Yeah.
You obviously
Oh,
don't
you
want
could cosplay as the one with the big nose and the branch sticking out the side? I feel like that's easier to pull off than Treebeard himself.
Be like everywhere you go, like you go to order food, it has to be slow.
Yes.
Right.
Ben, you could do the arms as dead and then do both hobbits as puppets.
That would be hilarious.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Just hold the girls. We could dress the girls up in green cloaks, and you could walk around carrying them.
They would just cling to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be so much fun for them. Yeah.
You're making it sound like it's not fun for you.
Trying to balance on stilts with 2 girls in your arms at 10 feet? No.
Well, and the girls are also
Okay.
7 and 5, so they're not like light anymore.
Right.
But they think they're light.
But they think they're light.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there today. Hey, kudos for putting yourself out there.
Yeah, that's true. Get it, girl. Yeah, that was the long pause where you realize, oh shoot. Forget
Yeah,
I just said it. Forget I said anything.
He does not like decisions.
And now she's just like, I'm going to mess everybody up.
Snacks?
I am no man. One of the best scenes in the movie.
Yep.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, jeez.
She needed some of the lumpus.
Olympus.
Now you're all making me hungry again.
I'm
And
surprised.
it's 3:45.
Hey, T's back.
Good job, Legolas.
Hey, T.
Great job.
I feel like this is such a dick move by Legolas because they're having this whole conversation, or actually by Aragorn, not Legolas, because they're having this whole conversation in Elvish, and then all of a sudden, I shall die as one of them, and everyone else must be like,
Like,
oh,
at least
boy.
Legolas was
Okay.
trying to be cognizant of kind of.
Yeah. And they're all like, oof, okay. These guys seem pretty confident. Maybe not.
I feel like Aragorn knew what he was doing too, because like there's something to being able to admit that you know you were going to die, right? If you have too much of we're all immortal, nothing's going to happen, then you're more likely to die. And him saying we're going to die as one of them. It's him saying, look, we all know this is not going to work out, but I'm not leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I love his armor.
And this poem.
Have you heard about how they engraved the inside of his armor like you would for a real king? So it's something that you don't see it on the film at all, but it was just to...
He knew it was there.
He knew it was there, yeah.
Like just embroidery and...
Just the detail.
That's really cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It matters.
Like they didn't tell anybody either. They just told him as they handed it to
Say
him.
it in, yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in this movie is Aragorn testing this crappy sword for this kid.
Yes.
Such a king.
My mom heart.
Honestly, every time I see that, my heart just drops. I just cry every time. Those poor children.
And I'm really glad he directed the kids to be so stoic too.
Mm-hmm.
That they're not like, hey, let's go. Like, nope, they're grown up from that moment.
Yep.
They're not like little miniature Naruto's.
I think several people did, T.
Which one brought up the broken toe trivia in part 1? We were all talking and we missed it.
I remember mentioning it. I was like, that's when he kicks the helmet, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, you did.
Yeah. But I didn't say he broke his toe.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, a couple people.
Somebody said it in comments because we all joked about how we were all gonna say it just to be fun.
And then we ended up talking about
Yeah, he had time during the whole walk to send messages through the whole forest to be here at exactly the same time as I arrived. And they did. They pulled it off.
We just got done saying
this is literally us at a drive-through.
Hey, I thought we went through the drive-through pretty quick today.
We did. I was impressed.
I'm getting better.
But who's more at fault though?
At fault? Is there a fault?
Who takes more time to have not decided before you got to the window?
No.
I got to look at the options.
Like who's faster at deciding what they want?
I have to, even if she specifically wants something at a specific place, I have to ask her like a couple of minutes before we get there to make sure she actually knows what she wants. Or she'll be like, even if we go to a restaurant, like with a normal menu, a sit down place, within the first 30 seconds, I will look at the menu and I will pick something. And if everyone else is ready and I'm still looking, that's what I'm going to get. And like, if I have time, I'll look at stuff, but like, no, this is what I'm getting.
That'd be kind of fun to walk into a restaurant and be like, you have 30 seconds, pick something now.
I can do that to you though, right?
So what?
I'm like, I'll look around if there's more time.
I do that to you though, right? It doesn't work.
No. I mean, Tori typically takes a little while to pick something out too. If it's like an actual sit-down restaurant.
Right. I always narrow it down to 2 things, and then I'll ask him like A or B, and depending on
whether I get the other thing or not.
Right.
Yep.
No, we long ago stopped trying to do the whole, but I'll do this thing, I guess, because you kind of wanted it. But get the thing you want. If we both get the same thing,
it's fine.
It's going to be Gorgonzola fries. You know this.
That's where we're at. We're kind of like that too.
Because if you try to order for the other person, one of you is just going to be disappointed.
Oh.
It's a little tight around the chest.
That's your takeaway. Okay.
David putting on Saul's armor.
Right.
Underrated.
Underrated
Here he comes
character.
to save the day. You all forgot he was even here.
He didn't though.
He gonna die.
Spoilers, Wizard.
I say, wait, he dies too?
Better to die knowing he had done something than to live knowing he hadn't.
Yes.
He sees how Elrond turned out. He doesn't want to be like that guy.
Dude, that guy's a douche.
Yeah.
True story.
Literally 5 steps
Oh,
away.
that
from
the
going-
armor too. His armor is so cool.
Yeah.
I've seen some good plans for making leather of that
Mm.
online.
Anything else this actor ever did, and I was unable to take him seriously. Like, I was just like, no, you're an elf, dude. What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Theoden's just like, didn't really come here for me, did you?
Legolas.
Legolas is so proud right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that his, like, family?
Kind of.
Where
Well,
is he?
Legolas is a wood elf.
Haladir's from Lothlorien.
This is some of the best sound design in the films because you hear all these tiny little sounds as they're waiting, and all you can hear in the background is that steady, like, drumbeat of marching army. Brilliant.
Gimli is the much needed comic relief to a very depressing. Just realized I had my tattoo out.
Oh no.
How dare you show that?
I don't talk to people with tattoos. That's sketchy.
I know.
Too?
Huh?
I missed it. I don't know.
But mine's fantasy related.
Uza.
Oh, yeah.
Nico finally got his first one last year. I was so proud of him.
That's cool.
I've been begging.
She's got a bunch.
Layla's got like 9.
Got 14.
Wow.
And thus the GIF was born. So it begins.
GIF,
Oh.
Meredith, GIF.
No,
Yeah.
I send you gifts.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I'm such a nerd about weapons, armor, combat scenes, and like Rings of Power, I was so disappointed.
So you liked Rings of Power?
No. I did like some parts of Rings of Power, which I have told people before. Like
You
it wasn't
recommend it as
perfect.
must watch for all Lord of the
No.
Rings fans?
No.
When she jumps out of the boat in the middle of the ocean, that's what did it for me. It's like that
I think I'm not
smartest move.
So should the elves have started firing earlier just to throw the orc?
You know what? Going back to a conversation we had a few days ago. Remember how we said the Urukai and Tori wanted me to do a skit about them like putting the guy who just raised up a sword was like, you can tell he was just done. He's like, here, have one in the middle of your chest. Like,
Yeah.
He was like 9,687th Urukai to get painted.
yeah, he's just like, you know what? Have that. Move on. I'm
We're kind of running out of this white paint. You're lucky.
You're lucky you
we
got
weren't going
any
to
at
make
all.
any more.
His laugh is great.
Can elves die of natural causes?
It's like at this point they're letting them get worked up. The elves could have started shooting like half a mile ago.
Oh, there's that guy.
Ugh.
So many memes.
He just died like last year.
Who
Did
did?
he really?
One-eyed archer man. Yeah, he died. Like they had that whole
Sad.
thing.
Really?
It is really sad.
in the neck.
Trivia today.
Whoops.
Oh shoot!
Well, it was gonna happen
no.
anyway.
Oh no, we shot one. That's horrible.
If they
They're all
didn't
like,
shoot
when
first,
they're saying black speak, I wasn't the first.
Yeah.
It's almost like they didn't come here to slaughter them all.
Yeah, T
Okay.
had your answer down there.
Okay.
But I think they can die of a broken heart.
Yes.
Elves.
Or death by death.
Death by
Murder by
that's-
death
yes.
or a broken heart.
Or a broken
yes.
heart. So that's why I always imagine Arwen is just going to die when Vigo dies, when Aragorn dies.
Unless she can stay alive for her children.
Mm.
See, release arrows sounds so much more epic in Elvish.
I do think part of the reason, though, that they weren't just shooting volleys, though, because they do include the little line about where the armor's weak,
Yeah.
because the elves are great shots, and so those ones up there, at least, are aiming, and then they have the ones back beneath the wall that are just shooting volleys that they need to be closer for, but instead of wasting arrows, they're trying to aim as much as possible.
That's true.
Ooh. Gimli's like, I'm so ready for this.
Yes, bring it on.
That's a lot of ladders.
Oh,
to
the
go up at once.
berserkers are so.
Awesome.
I mean, from certain perspectives, yes.
And
Wilhelm.
gotta have it.
What is that from?
Ah.
Originally.
The best cry noise ever. Great.
Wilhelm scream. It's kind of like the kid laugh or the kid scream. They use the same one for all those two.
Right.
Kids at the playground.
I love it.
Oh, right in the nards.
It counts as two.
Poor guy.
I don't think it mattered much.
I still remember because I did see the movies before. Sorry, buddy. Before reading the books, and I was so surprised that the counting was actually in the books. I thought for sure that was an addition.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it must have been something he did in the trenches.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, that could be.
that would make sense.
Didn't even
Little,
thought of
little
that.
trench gallow humor.
Pippin's ears are so cute. His little curly hair and his little ears.
Bet
sticking
you are
out.
not orcs.
Is there a reason you just want to stand in front of me and block my vision? Or you're gonna lay back down? Okay. All right.
Like, which Ent is keeping the minutes, and why wasn't that brought up earlier on so that they could veto it?
We're talking to the battle. Quiet for that.
Is your Sheba a mix because it's got a saddle?
No,
he's
he's
here.
full blown Sheba.
He's a little smaller because he has a heart condition.
Yeah. I've just never seen one with a full white saddle all the way down to the legs.
Yeah, no, he's it's called like red pentel is like his typical color, as opposed to a red sesame, which doesn't have the white all the way down the legs. his coloring is a little more rare, if you will, but he's a bull.
Now, why would you say something like that?
You know.
You know, Theoden has an ego problem. Let's be honest.
Were it not
Yeah,
for
but
this
like you didn't
bomb,
know
though,
about your own giant strategical weakness.
Right. He's been defending this fortress for ages.
Right.
Well, in fairness, if gunpowder hadn't been invented yet, that would come as a bit of a surprise, perhaps. But
Okay, but like they ran past someone who was holding a torch like feet from the entrance.
oh, hey,
Why is
Alan.
Legolas shooting like crap?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, get better.
Yeah.
You gotta
Well, he can shoot somebody from like,
No, he's
on a
talking to
crate.
Alan.
Alan's
Sorry,
in
we're
the,
talking
about
Alan's in
Alan.
the chat. He's sick. So you
Sorry.
get better, get ready for Rome.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
you should got it now.
That's true.
Feral children.
I made a joke earlier that
Agreed.
it was all the chicken you ate last night, Alan.
Sorry, T.
No,
I'm not a massive fan of Theoden.
I agree about the children. I went to
I
Sky
like
Zone
Theoden. Theoden's cool.
Giant Park with kids, and I've been sick for like 2 weeks since then.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are just walking sickness.
Here comes the groundhog.
It was not my wings.
If it's the virus going around, it's only like a 48-hour
Well, for
Mhm.
adults.
for adults.
Like our nephew caught something and he's been passing it around through everybody. So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still
And then
sick.
it'll loop back around.
Yeah.
I love that they actually show the kids fighting too, like throwing the stones down and stuff.
I had never seen him before, that kid, until this
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
Go get
How
him.
did he miss all those spears?
He's a dwarf.
Yeah, I was gonna
Elvish.
say like that
He's
could
elvish.
easily have been his death. Right
He's
there.
secretly been Elvish the whole time.
It's a smaller strike zone.
Yeah. T, I'm sure that's true.
Absolutely, T. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's true.
all the
Characters
time.
in
The
the book
movie
are-
does Helm's Deep so much better.
It
It
does.
does.
It does.
It does.
But I think I bet a lot of that is because Tolkien couldn't relive it. Like
Yeah.
you
I agree.
can't.
Here it comes.
What a badass.
Uh,
Who thought of that?
see, like even this, I'll buy. Like I'll buy it, but then like there's some things that are just ridiculous.
It's a lot more reasonable here. The Hobbit movies had elves doing a lot
Weird
more
things.
things that seemed not plausible even for elves.
Mary is getting angrier.
Good lines.
His arc,
That's
Mary
I
or
love him.
Treebeard?
Mary's.
Yep. Mary's great.
It's a very
Subtle.
steep arc.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
He went from a Pippin to a
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yep. I'm an adult now.
Wonder
And it takes a little longer for Pippin to get there, but he does his thing too. But yeah, I love Mary here, who's just, instead of wanting to run away or go home, he's like, no, we got to do something. It's just, and I'm going to take action.
I think
I think his
Pippin-
moment is the moment he jumps in front of the orcs for Frodo. That's the moment. That's it.
Which-
That's his switch
He
flip.
jumps in front of the book.
Yeah, before he's kidnapped by the orcs. He
Oh,
says, "Let's go,"
Yes.
and that's
For
the
Mary.
moment where he
For
becomes
Mary,
he becomes.
I think Pippin kind of has this sort of just stupid bravery for so much of the films, and then it kind of slowly morphs into this kind of, I'm actually deciding to be brave as opposed to just being kind of reckless and brave accidentally.
Good way of putting it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
and I think he still hasn't figured it out through Denethor when he commits himself.
Right.
I think it's when he's talking to Gandalf after that up in
Yep.
the room that it's not a switch. It's him going, oh crap.
Right.
That's the moment.
And it's not. Sorry, I'm distracted by the dual wielding.
Yeah.
That's very true. The
Pippin's
Palantir.
moment is when he looks in the Palantir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good point. Yeah,
Good point.
that is a big turn.
Gimli's was when he broke his dad's axe.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's my axe.
But it was
His
it's
dad's
what
axe.
his dad.
He got a
carried.
second one to offer the fellowship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the one he breaks is his dad's that he carried in in The Hobbit.
No.
Oh, frick.
And brained.
Ugh.
That's true, T. It's a good point.
Gimli's is when he sees Balin's tomb.
I think Pippin is the one that moves Treebeard a different direction.
We haven't
It's all
gotten
about
there
pruning.
yet, right?
It's all about pruning.
I wasn't expecting a gardening joke. I love it.
Tell you what, the back of Treebeard needs some massive scaping.
Can I just say, it takes a special kind of person to jump a ladder out the wrong direction on a siege into a bunch of spears. I feel like maybe that wasn't the smartest thing he could have done.
He was emotional.
I know,
Aragorn gets
Palantir just died in his arms.
but I still feel like I would have chosen a different path there.
Impressive though that Theoden is literally at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's fighting right up
Mm.
there with.
Yep.
That's very
Yep.
Yeah. He's not the type of king who's just going to stay back.
Sometimes you need the arrogant general.
No, Pippin.
I mean, like, he's at the front line. It's like he takes a minor wound, and we're all like, back up, get away. We got to get him out of here. Which I know is reasonable, but it's also just that whole scene. I'm just like,
Well, if you're already losing, what you don't want is for your king to die in front of all of his men. That would be
no, and yeah.
It's a
I
bad
just
thing.
didn't get it.
Like tenfold then.
But yeah,
It's just one of those scenes that part of me is like, really? And I'm like, it makes complete logical sense.
I love
though,
that.
and I just did.
For you or me, but the linebacker
Awesome.
needs the team captain to not fall.
Haldir is such a cool character. This is a great scene.
Greatest scene ever.
Aragorn's like, I'm sorry. Come again.
Maybe this is Gimli's scene.
This is where Gimli overcomes his hubris.
Yes.
Go, Gimli.
He just wants to
Yes.
fight at any cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Aragorn is pretty strong if he can launch a adult dwarf
In armor.
that far.
In
Yeah.
armor.
Right?
At easy 300 pounds. Easy.
Ooh.
I think one of the best things about how they choreographed it is how it's all divided into different sections. Like different things happen, right? Now we have the ladders. Now we have the
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's just so much going on here. And that's why it's just like it's a very like multi-dimensional and complex assault and siege in a very short time altogether. And the ladders, the hooks, the platforms going in the wall, just all the different pieces of it and how they respond. And it's just so cool.
Well, and it's chaotic, but you can like the way a real battle would be, but you can still sort of like follow everything.
right.
See, Legolas can hit a bolt when it matters, but he couldn't hit the guy holding the torch straight in the eye.
Who's wearing a helmet?
I wasn't.
That was a
Oh,
movie.
Yeah, he was.
Was it?
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I say he
Hey,
hit him like
let me do
either
this
side in the
perfectly real
neck.
quick.
They were great shots. He just didn't fall.
I love that the king is like, get out of there. And where are they supposed to go exactly?
There not that many options. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll just walk right back down the bridge. We'll be fine.
Well, and then you got Legolas, who's
Oh,
pulling up
there's people
both of them.
behind him.
there's people behind
He can do that. His bow, which he pulls back with ease, is a 150-pound bow.
Legolas?
Uh-huh. DK
Secretly built, I guess.
The DK book.
The DK book said so, yeah.
Ooh.
And then they just break through the door.
Ugh.
It was already on.
I
Yes.
know.
I mean, Saruman really had this planned out.
Exactly. I wonder who planned it
For the orc side?
for the Uruk-hai. Yeah.
Go.
Did they plan it or did
No,
they just?
Day to orcs.
Day to
You just
orcs.
go. Somebody has a good idea, you pile in. Yeah, Mary's done. And like any good married couple, one of them's mad and one of them has their head clear. And so Mary's spent and Pippin's like, I have no idea what's been happening.
Pippin's like, I've been waiting for this
Wait a
moment.
I have an idea. I'm not mad.
You're manipulating Treebeard, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay, Treebeard can't understand him through his accent.
Yeah.
That is a great accent. It's
It
so
is.
good.
But it's not Entish.
No.
Nor from Isle of Man, which is where John Rhys Davies is from.
Really?
He's one of the 5 people who live there.
Right. Julianne. Oh, his accent is, where's the action?
Well, I'm sure he's
People
Welsh
might live
because
there
the Welsh
now,
are best.
but-
But Isle of Man, everybody moves there because it's like Martha's Vineyard for England. It's one of the Martha's Vineyards, even though there is like a Manx language, but it's a really small island.
I wonder how they decided which order to put the clips in. Because they're jumping between 3 different stories.
And this is where, like, although I just want to get back to Helm's Deep, I do feel like, especially with how fast-paced and chaotic it is, coming back to it in spurts helps break it up a lot, too.
Is that your daughters, Ben? They're the field mice climbing up. Tickling you.
They're not quite as small as field mice anymore.
This has no parallels to World War One or how
No.
late it took America to get involved in the war.
This is not Belgium.
It's Pearl Harbor. Because this is World War II.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
So I want to see but will not watch All's Quiet on the Western Front. It looks way too depressing. But it
Yeah.
also looks incredibly amazing.
I've had it saved on my, I think it's on Netflix right now. I've had it saved in my watch list for a while, and I'm trying to decide if I want to watch it or not.
It's going to be a deep.
Yep, I know.
I'd rather just watch the last season of Blackadder.
Mm.
Oh, Blackadder.
That's
Yeah.
the level of war I can handle.
It's Blackadder.
It's Blackadder.
With Rowan Atkinson.
That is a great show.
Rowan
Yes.
Atkinson is pretty amazing.
My favorite season is the Elizabethan one.
I have a cunning plan.
Yes.
Mm.
I bet it was. Yeah. But I still need to see 1917.
I was gonna say,
I
you've seen
would
that
watch
one?
1917. That one looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's one.
It's one shot.
Yep.
You went to Denver.
Well, he knew. The moment he walked out there and Schubert's like, what? And he's like, yeah, well, I told you.
The music to this. Ah.
It's chilling.
So good. Bet you didn't see that coming, Saruman.
We all need that friend now. It speaks for us in movie.
No. Bad Faramir.
He just wants his father's approval.
I totally understand that too.
Creepy photos, creepy.
Heard that. I had honestly not noticed all the parallels between Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and Harry Potter until Murphy said that last night, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look at the Nazgul, I'm like, well, yeah, they're just Dementors.
Well, like, but both of them have spoiled me on Ghost of Christmas Future.
Dickens was the original.
Yeah, I've yet to see a good Ghost of Christmas Future that matches what the Nazgul and Dementors do.
The one in Muppet.
What about the Muppets? Oh.
It's creepy, but it's not. But it should be a Nazgul. It should be, or like a Dementor, where it's But the idea of this tall head on top, shoulders way down, how it's always conveyed, just doesn't work. Even in my favorite, Patrick Stewart.
Oh, that one. Yes, you're right, Tia. I'm sorry. I said that backwards. The Dementors are just Nazgul. Absolutely. Yes. Lord of the Rings came first. If you watch the video from last night, Murphy was noticing all the parallels. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah. It was like beat for beat. Like, oh my gosh.
It's like she drew inspiration from things that she was reading.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, because she wrote in 95.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Well, there's a little-known 80s movie called Troll that Sonny Bono is in. And do you know what the movie Troll is about? It's about a man named Harry Potter and his son Harry Potter Jr. who wants to become a wizard.
Really?
Oh my gosh, really?
Don't.
Nah, for real?
Don't watch this.
Yeah, look it up.
No, don't.
I didn't even mention Troll 2, which is not really a sequel, but.
And isn't Troll 2 considered even better?
No,
Troll
it's considered one of the worst movies ever made.
I'm thinking Leprechauns 2.
Nico ruined my 17th birthday by making me watch that movie.
Oh.
It's so great.
The worst day
It's
of my
amazing.
life.
We gotta do a Troll 2 watch.
It's one of those movies that has gotten cult icon status because it is so incredibly bad.
It's so bad, it's hilarious.
I wasn't dating him, but I liked him, and I'm like, I would like to like things he likes, so maybe he'll date me. And it was terrible. And
Almost
he asked me to be his girlfriend the next day, but it was terrible, and I almost said no.
So is it like Sharknado kind of bad? Or
It's
Oh,
worse
it's worse.
than
Except
Sharknado.
it's unintentional.
It's worse
Oh.
than Sharknado.
And like the guy who made the movie, it was made in the U.S., but he was Italian and didn't speak great English, and he also wrote all the dialogue for the American characters.
And you can tell.
And like there were so many stories where, and like most of the cast had never acted before and didn't really know what they were doing, but like there's one point where one of the teenage characters said, "Hey, this isn't how American teenagers talk," and he basically is like, "I know how American teenagers talk. Be quiet." And just like he would take no criticism. It is so awful, but it's
Terrible.
amazing.
It's not. It's really not. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Get him really mad about this movie.
If you've ever seen
You're selling me on it so hard. Stop it! No, don't encourage.
If you've ever seen the GIF or like the little video clip
Jimmy.
of they're reading her, then they're going to eat me. Oh my god! That's from that movie. Yeah.
There he is.
I'm pretty sure.
He's all alone.
Back to our feature presentation.
No, don't watch it.
Oh, cool! You brought 30 horses.
4 horses are gonna die.
They're on a dangerously steep sandy
Oh my gosh.
slope.
Like,
so Tori,
That's
horses
every
on this
time.
steep a plane, does that work?
I mean, at a full gallop, I wouldn't do it. That's no.
I mean, that's like roller coaster worthy steepness there.
Lean back that.
Yeah, it gets me every time. I'm like, that is way, way too steep. Even at a walk, I feel like.
Wow, they multiply.
Yeah.
What?
The Rohirrim. A lot more than.
Yes.
Cats.
I guess they gathered from.
He
all
might have
across.
got it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Light.
Turn of the Stone.
Sparkly
Too many
vampire.
cats in this house.
Oh. Man from Snowy River, exactly. Me too. That scene where he's going down the slope.
All right. There we go.
I do love this scene so much
My
too.
favorite is
Oh, glorious.
I just the ants just coming in and just destroying
like
everything.
chicken people.
Oh man.
And just because of artistic license too. They told the computer graphics guys are just like, do something, and so they just threw it together
Yeah.
and they printed it, and it was like not what was planned. It was no plan.
There was. Yeah,
That's
they weren't
awesome.
even filming it, right?
Yep.
It was something like it was like the last thing to be added to.
And Peter Jackson was not able to get around to come check the test moves, and so they did all these horrific things to the orcs. And I was like, yeah, well, good enough. Like, no, this is awesome.
Oh my god. No. Fire.
Lighting him on fire is such a cop out.
Light overcomes the darkness. Absolutely.
And water overcomes orcs.
Water beats rock, right?
Yeah.
But tree beats water.
But tree beats water, yes.
Oh, he's over there.
Roots in.
Mm-hmm.
Sticks his head down.
I also just love the one on fire running and sticking its head in the.
You know,
Gosh,
I'm really glad that they like reassure the audience. Don't worry, he puts himself out.
Right? It's just such a small thing, but it just
Yeah.
makes me smile every time. I'm like, he's okay. He's okay.
Looking for his next
We're back to creepy looks, Frodo.
Yeah. So Anita, I didn't know that they have to form squares to face cavalry. Cavalry. Which one is it? No, she says.
All right, guys. I am not going to make it another 40 minutes, so
Okay.
I need to dip. I'm falling
No
asleep.
worries.
All right, I understand.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you for
Bye, Wizard.
Get some sleep.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
There's another 40 minutes of this?
I didn't think there was
This was
that.
like
Huh?
the very end.
34.
Okay.
But once we say our ending comments and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's like close to midnight for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Go, Sam. Raid.
Tackle him, Sam. Tackle him.
Hero of them all. Rudy.
Rudy, Rudy, Rudy.
Ow.
I love the design of the felt beasts, though.
I was gonna leave them.
They're very cool.
Calm down, Frodo.
Some part of him knew that because he stopped.
Well, he's also an addict, right?
He's an addict.
And-
I get it. Yeah.
He's
And
not
he
deserving.
told us, no, just give me the hit.
But the fact that he pulled his sword and didn't immediately just. Oh, best before the best one.
In the ring?
No.
This is the speech from Sam 2 is such a perfect movie 2 in a trilogy speech
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, they're having like all of these, bits of triumph, and that's what they're talking about, but still just like there's still so much more to go. And they're like, sometimes you almost don't even want to know, like, how can things get better? And just the speech over the different scenes, just such a fantastic part here at the end.
And at the same time, sums up the entire trilogy.
Hi.
Even Gollum is like, it's a moment for him.
Yeah.
He's like, that's a good speech.
And the subverting line of he could have said just hope and it would have done it. And he instead landed it.
You gonna sit down?
Another thing where I'm like, if he lets prisoners that he captured go, then he has to be killed. Like,
Right.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Seems a little excessive.
I think it's because it's the ring bearer specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You have the nuclear codes, and you're letting the nuclear codes go.
They go out to the
This was added, but is in the book.
Yeah, the forest totally eats the orcs in the books. I can understand why they cut it for the theatrical bit.
Go. Wait till they're all in. Yeah. And Venus flytrap. Whomping Willow, go.
Piranha plants, go.
the whole thing starts moving.
I completely forgot about this scene. It's been a bit since we did the extended versions because we normally don't always do them every
I
year.
think we do it like every
So
other
yeah, I
year.
think it was a couple of years ago the last time we did the extended. And some of these scenes I remember very clearly, and some of them like I totally forgot that was even in here.
Right. Final count.
It's a good number.
That is the answer.
Oh,
The little puff of smoke.
It's like when you walk into the bathroom and you realize that the girls have flooded the bathroom.
Not that that's.
why are you
ever
reaching
happened.
into the bathroom water to pull out apples?
You never ask.
Mm,
At some point in parenthood, you just stop asking questions about the weird
How did this
situations you
get
find
here?
yourself in.
I don't know. Why is this even in the house?
Whole chicken roasted.
Gross. I wouldn't eat that chicken.
You know why the apples are still around. Orcs do not eat apples.
I feel like the apples though, like they're floating in water, but as long it hasn't been very long. You wipe them off, they'd probably be okay. But
Yeah, but the chicken.
the roasted chicken, no, that's a no go for me.
I mean, I suppose it depends on how long it's been since you've eaten, but still.
Right, right.
I mean, they care more about the pipe weed than they do about the food. So
One
they must
barrel
be too
eat.
bad off.
They've got their priorities straight.
I mean that's a lot of tobacco.
My God.
I love that.
He whips out his pipe.
Go borrow 'em. Borrow 'em. Let's hear it, Ben. Give us a broom.
Oh, no. There's smoke coming out of the room. God.
Treebeard, collect your children.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Oh, Sam.
The dog has been
Yeah.
caught.
Mhm.
Oh, it's like, oh,
Did
frick.
you poop on the floor?
Who says Tolkien didn't write good characters? Nope.
Couldn't be me.
so influential that people are still basing characters off of.
Mm-hmm. And not
Nope.
just
Very
characters,
true.
but
Nope.
like
Yeah.
entire world archetypes.
Right.
Oh, this part's so creepy.
I was hurt. That is different than the Sam in the books, though. Sam in the books is like, nope, Gollum is done. I'm done with Gollum.
Mhm.
Get rid of him now.
He
doesn't
never
trust him at all.
never gives him an inch.
No.
Oh.
Who's that dude next to
What dude?
Theoden?
Isn't it alien? The guy in the back has been there. Like,
No, yeah, I know him. What's he dressed in? It looks like an extra next to Theoden.
Mm.
Out front.
Again.
I love this cartoon.
It's sad this is the only reference to Samwise the Brave in the movies. They didn't do the Samwise the Brave sequence when he's the ring bearer in number 3.
Hmm.
It's the best part of the cartoons.
Wow, this whole speech is straight out of the book.
I'm still so curious about these cartoons.
Well, they're really something.
Yeah, they are.
Something.
And they're technically Studio Ghibli.
Are they really?
Yeah, because Studio Ghibli worked on Gollum, like the animation for Gollum himself. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the Studio Ghibli himself was who animated Gollum before he founded Studio Ghibli.
Oh my gosh, names escape me.
Me too. Like
The Miyazaki, you mean?
yeah, Miyazaki. So Miyazaki and his team did the work on Gollum in both the first and the last of the cartoons.
Miyazaki is
Hmm.
Studio Ghibli?
Yeah, that's his-
The same as Seven Samurai and
No,
all of those. I thought that was Miyazaki. What's his name?
Seven Samurai is
The other name.
Kurosawa.
Kurosawa. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Alethea.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, is it Anita? We haven't gotten the titles yet. It's possible. For us, Gollum is talking back and forth in the tree. Just mentioning she.
When you do watch it, Nico, there's actually shots from the cartoon that Peter Jackson used wholesale.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Just like he does with the art of Alan Lee
Right.
and whatnot. But there's actually
Uh-huh.
shots. You're like, oh, there's that shot.
That's really cool.
I'm kind of interested as well.
A lot of singing.
There is good songs too.
But how long are they? They're like an hour each instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
4 hours.
And so they did The Hobbit and they did a Fellowship, but the Fellowship was a different studio and they did it as a rotoscoping. So it's this weird over animation, and then they switched back to the Rankin Bass animation for Return of the King.
I remembered that like one of the movies was very strangely done as far as animation goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're on the credits. Yeah, so they're talking about doing a watch through of the animated one.
I think they're on YouTube. I got to look it up.
Yeah,
but
we
then
just gotta find
we can all do a live watch through this summer. Is what we'll do.
Yeah, Tori.
Of what?
Amazon is recommending you watch The Scorpion King next.
And then we can do.
I have seen
Then we
it.
can go do Troll 2.
No, absolutely.
I don't remember it fondly.
And we're thinking we might do Hobbit in September for Bilbo's birthday.
Sign us up.
Then we can share all your thoughts.
Yep.
I don't.
I was a fan.
Do
We're gonna watch
the
them.
live action Hobbit.
Red Tyler is before Bigger One.
I've never actually. I have not. We've bought, but I've never watched the extended third Hobbit movie. So it would be my first time watching the extended Battle of the Five Armies.
I don't know if I've seen any of the extended Hobbit movies.
It should not be extended. It should be, should be condensed.
I mean, this is true. We have a Blu-ray copy that's got all 3 of them, so it's probably not extended, but I don't know.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys want me to be on a Hobbit watch along, because I will have a really hard time not being mad at a lot of things.
I will riot.
I mean, we'll have the tete-a-tete like we had with Murphy and Alan last night. So
That was chaos.
Hot takes with Alan.
it was fun though.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It's time to go.
Well,
Awesome. Well, thank you all for
yes, thank
joining
you for
us.
coming. If you haven't, make sure you say in the comments one ring to rule them all, 1 for physical, 2 for ebook, and 3 for audiobook. Got it without pausing for the first books in each of our series, and we'll record that and we'll do in 2 days. We're going to do the finale.
T, I don't think we're going to do Ring of Power. It would just be negative all the time.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
It's late, Anita.
Tomorrow night,
It's late.
Return of the King.
Yes.
So we'll start that.
Return of the King starts tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah. Wondering if I'm thinking next year maybe we would do it like on separate weekends, like Fellowship one weekend, and then to kind of divide it up.
And we'll start a little earlier too, but we've already committed this year to doing 8 o'clock.
So mention in the comments if that's something that you're like, yeah, that would be nice. You know, if it was every Friday, Saturday, like for 3 weekends in a row in March.
That could work.
And instead of doing it all in a row. So.
Yeah, earlier time. I mean, of course, it would help too. But
Thank you. We're basing it around when our kids go to bed, but.
Oh, I gotcha.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't calculate how far forward that ends up being for everybody else.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. See you tomorrow night, same time, 8 o'clock.
Wait till the live goes off.